All right, good morning, Adam. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Marty. UL, good morning. Okay, let's get this show on the road. We got a market in sync on the long side. Oh, wow. We're testing harmony zone number one again, and now the market is out of sync. Let's take a look at this opening range. We have 930 all the way down to 852, and we have mids in the middle of that range between 12 and 87. So trading above that range will lead to buying interest and momentum, and trading under that 80 will lead to selling pressure. So that's what we're waiting on this morning. We're starting to get that sell pressure. Testing harmony zone number two. Definitely pressure coming through here. Yeah, this reversal is interesting because now we have a captain set up short on the 200 NT Rinko, and that's going to lead to selling pressure to the next target of 812, and then we have targets to target 6 and lower. So in essence, what we've done here is we broke the opening range, and we're trying to back end test. We have a captain set up short on the 200 NT Rinco. That's a massive signal. The issue, it's coming in on the middle of the range, so we need to be, watching for this retest and a failure of it with a lower high, and that lead us to an actual entry. Our target is 812. If we look at ES has a switch trade and we have a gap up. So, anything under 75.18, things can start speeding up to cover. But that's something that the market needs to do in order for the shorts to really take hold, is to cover that gap. And we're at the beginning of that. So what is the market doing right here? The market made a move, and now it's consolidating, backing, and filling, and building stops. So we need to not kind of automatically go short, hoping for a continuation. We need to see a behavior around resistance that supports lower prices. So holding on to 60 to 65 will get a bigger push up higher. So that's going to be an area where we need to see 60 to 70 basically reject and support lower prices. They're putting the captain set up short right here. and fail in it. So they put it right in the middle of the range. So that's what we have to be careful of, because these tend to kind of reverse. So we're getting that the 61 is still the issue, 60 to 70. Harmony zone number one. The market is out of sync. So what is this market doing right here? They're opening that range. They broke down, broke low backs, coming back to retest that zone between, the 88s to the 912s. That's a resistance area where the market needs to show a lower high, or otherwise we're gonna slice right through it. Yeah, like so. So when we looked at this, we definitely had the idea that, hey, listen, this market needs to kind of go lower and start breaking down based on that captain setup. And what we're seeing, that we gave it a little bit of room just to see that lower high, and the market is not making that. So we're so close to a reversal and a break above, that 912, which it's about to happen here any second, is significant, because that really traps a lot of the people that looked for a short in this area. Here we go. So far, what is this market telling us? It's telling us is a non-trending, consolidative, and trapping on higher swing trade basis. That's what so far what the market has communicated to us. Target hit. Next target is 62,962. All right, guys. So let's take a quick look here at what this market is doing. So we have the ORB range right here, and the market is breaking that ORB range. Typically, what they do is just kind of break it slightly and come back and try to trap people. We're coming into Globex. Globex is 962, so we're not too far away from that type of behavior. Market is in sync on the long side. Pullbacks are buyable on a swing trade basis with a target of 987. Yeah, can you believe it? And you called it too, Adam. You kept saying it's gonna be 30 grand, it's gonna be 30. Nobody believed you. Now they do. So you have to, I mean, when you're looking at target number six, like we're really at target number six, and we got that push. So we have the 30,000 and the top end of the Globex band, and like between Globex and these levels, do I want to go long? For me, risk reward is not there. Do I want to go short? The market structurally is not short. So extended beyond target number six in areas where heavy resistance can come in against a whole number and a Globex band and Globex. So we're in that spot right now where I think the prudent thing to do is kind of watch and watch for certain things. At a minimum, 936 and a half. So 936 and a half pullback will set the stage for uh, some of the pullbacks to be bought higher on a long-term basis, and some shorts coming in and trying to challenge the narrative. And that two-sided market can give us a little bit of an opportunity to take a to take a direction. Hey Jack, good morning. 952. 952 is the key. Okay. And here comes that resistance we talked about. Now the market is out of sync. At least in this type of environment where you have these type of levels above us, we can even consider buying a pullback and also shorting if we start making lower highs. Like right here, market puts a captain setup here expecting a push higher, and they're pulling back again, running the stops, and they're buying the stops. So that's a bullish behavior right there. I mean, this area is transitional area. We made a huge move, and the market is just simply going down to digest it um, against resistance areas. Hmm. So no continuation here. That's a problem. That's a problem. No continuation at that 50. Testing harmony zone number 2. I mean, that's almost like the last line of defense for the longs. Okay, so that harmony zone number 2 is holding. Remember, the target to all these rotations is 987. They're punching. We're seeing a push. We're seeing a push. Target is 98. 87, excuse me. Yeah, definitely strong. Hmm. We're back to very close to that 30,000 level. So we hit our target. Next target is 112, 30,012. All right, we're almost at 9 o'clock. 1 minute. All right, they can consolidate in this area here. They are consolidating in this area right now. They're pushing against that whole number. A bit of rejection here. A little bit of rejection against that whole number. So what will we make out of this market? That whole number business is what kind of hold us up from really kind of getting aggressive on the long side. We're testing harmony zone number one. The market is still in sync on the long side, but we're getting distribution areas up here with a high, lower high, lower high. Do I want to go short? If we stay under 84, like if we break the 74 into the 62, come back and stay under 80 84, that will set the stage for a break under Globex and a reversal. So that's how a short market would present itself. A long market will present itself above 30,000, a rally, a pullback, and a hold. Then we'll get the second push. Anything in between, it's just a market that's trying to decide what it wants to do, and it lends itself to a lot of chop. If we come in here and look at ES, this is very significant actually, because if we go anything above 74, 75.49, that's a captain setup long on ES, and that would be the catalyst for uh, NQ to be pushing higher. So if we start seeing 75.49, then that kind of gets us in a position where we're definitely just looking at the longs. And most likely at that point we're trading above 3,000, pullbacks are holding, all that good stuff. mean, that's a nice little pullback and a push. I'm gonna go long here and look for a break into 22 or higher. My actual target needs to be 41. If we break into the 20, I'll go break even. I'm gonna add to it once, and it's not what I want to see really. I took one of them off because of this captain setup, and actually that one is 313. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can get add that one contract back. We need to see a push above 15. I mean, target number 2 is not a bad area for me to go to, and especially with this thing really kind of fading. Yeah, no, you don't want to play. We added to it. Get to that 10. All right, we got one more. I want to get out of some of it at 11, some of it at 24, and some of it at 41. If we start getting, took one out, going break even right now. And I'm just gonna let it ride. Target is hit, and we'll see if I can get something bigger. I mean, I mean, 41 is the next swing trade target. So we need to see. I mean, I'm gonna go to target number 1. That's target number 2, and here it comes. I mean, like right here is an actual place for me to get out at 24 on that last one, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of room for a bigger target. I mean, if they come back all the way down and hit me at target number 1, then good for them. I mean, that's what I gotta do. But a bigger target can get me to 60, can actually get me all the way up to target number 4. So I'm gonna put that up there. Yeah. Nope. Don't look like it. It's not a bad trade. We made $766 on that trade. That's one and done, pretty much. Hmm. The market is in sync on the long side, and we have a target of 37. Then we have a target above that. Target is hit. Next target is 62. So basically, I would have had to kind of go break even at O2 and just wait and let this shake itself out, but that's okay. 60, the 60s are coming up, then we have the 86s after that. How's everybody doing, by the way? Where are we at? Anybody kind of see this trade or jump on this trade or? Excellent, excellent. Becca's up 200. Adam is up 2100 on 1 PA. Excellent. Yeah, several longs. How's Jack? How's IUI? Marty, where you at, buddy? Sheila. And we have a captain setup. I mean, that's the captain setup on ES that we were talking about, being a catalyst for a bigger move in NQ. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw that one. I was like, man, that's gonna be a bit of a rough one because we needed to see a little bit more out of that price. Whenever we see like, whenever you see a captain setup in the middle of the range, you need we need to see more information. Like we almost need to see one candle confirmation before we start contemplating, hey, listen, let me go down. Like if this formation was happening up here, then automatically we're starting shorts. But whenever you see it in the middle of the range, wait for one candle confirmation, then start that process. You got to look at all the captain setups that fail. How do they fail? Where do they fail? And you'll find that as a common denominator between them. And no, these are Ninja Rinko candles, and you can you can sign up for a free trial, and I'll give you these candles for free just to basically use them. You could. And that's Ninja. Here we go. You could use that link, and you'll get these candles. So what is the market doing right now? It's moving to the next target, 62. I mean, we got there to the tick and backed off a little bit. Right now, we're looking for the next target of target number 4, which is 86. Next target is 87. 87 is our target. Target coming up. I like it. I like it. I'm stepping away for just a moment. All right, guys. So I mean, we hit target number 5. We have a target 137 next. Then we have target number 6 at 162. As long as we continue to protect the 30,070. Average stop in this environment is 20 points. So target number 5 is hit, and we have that 137 as a target. Typically, when you see target run into 4 and 5, you get a fade because the market is kind of extended here, but it's a overly strong market. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at it. It's strong. It's pushing. And we don't want to step in front of that running train and trying to get short. Even though we are getting distribution against target number 5, and you see we hit it once, twice, 3 times, and we keep pushing away from that level. I mean, that's distribution. Just because it's distribution, that does not mean it's a short, especially in this environment. So, what would constitute a short? At a minimum, we need to break 74. Then that becomes a two-sided market. Then we need to make lower highs. Then we need to challenge harmony zone number 2. Then we need to make a lower high. And finally break the level below 37. And at that point, shorts become playable on a swing trade basis with big targets. But any of those stations we talked about, it could be a scalping short if the market starts with that 74 break. Love you. I mean, here we go. I mean, we're rejecting that 100 basically, and we're getting a sequence of sellers coming in, and the 74 is where things can start getting interesting once we get there. So we got to 74. The market is out of sync. We're getting a little bit of selling pressure here. Not a lot of momentum though. So we're starting to see a short sequence stepping in, right? with the break into 74, so the market is out of sync, a rally that's made a lower high, a push into harmony zone number 2. We're not quite there yet, but we're coming to it. Then if a lower high steps in, then the odds are we're going to break that 37. Ultimately, they're rejecting the 100 and retracing to retest. The trend is long. Captain set up long on the 100 on ES. One candle continuation. We don't want to see 75.36s. That will trigger some sellers. So what would start getting us to think back in terms of long? If we go back up to 93, pull back and hold. Right now we're testing harmony zone number 2. That's a big deal. Mark is about to go into a reversal here. All right, so what does that mean right here? So we got that going on, which is a one candle reversal. So that means rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis with a target of Globex 962. As long as we continue to hold on to that 100, we can be pushing lower. All right, selling pressure target is 12. All right, the target of 12 is coming up. Target is hit. Next target is 87. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Target number 6 is coming up right now. And then we have Globex. Globex is at 62. Let's take a look at ES because, yeah, see that? That's the 36 what we talked about with ES. We don't want to see that. That would put pressure on the market. So a bit of rejection going on here. Captain setup switch trade short. So that's going to be a catalyst for a move. Oh wow, good for them. Market is still in sync on the short side. We need to look for an entry. We're right at support here. So, but you know, the whole structure is, especially with this captain setup switch trade, market is showing us a continuation trade short. So as long as we continue to hold on to that 35.45 level, we should be seeing a continuation. Yeah, so that we're consolidating here. So that's captain setup switch trade. We have overhead resistance, but the market just hitting the support and coming back to retest. That's going to consolidate. If we break 14, that'll be a captain setup short on the 70 NT Rinko, and that is a reason for us to look for, a short signal. Yeah, I mean, this environment is prone to chop. All right, so we got ourselves a captain setup short on the 70 NT Renko. So we want to see the rallies and how they behave here. We may have an entry point. So they took out the stops. See how far they're gonna run it up here. Not far. Our target is 987. Captain set up switch trade short on the 70 NT Rinko. I'm just gonna go ahead and go short and take a chance here. It's a little bit risky, but we have a range here that I can add into. We should be seeing a push lower. Took one out. Took the second out. And we're going to go break even. And we're going to go look for a bigger target. Either way, this is a profitable trade. We just need that continuation push. And if it doesn't come, then I'm going to stop out here for a break even. If we do a switch trade at 96, I'm going to add to it. I mean, we're trading around a whole number, which makes it really sketchy, to be honest with you. But, you know, whatever. So far, it's a profitable trade. And if we break into the 90s, I'm gonna buy it at 87s. And leave one for a push. Here it comes. You can do it. I know you could. Damn it. That's not good. I'm gonna go break even and or out. I don't like this. Too much of that going on right here. So we made like slight money here. Small money. This needed to kind of hit that 87. That would have gave it a lot more push. One, two, especially when you see this type of behavior. When you see a captain setup and a switch trade like this, usually you see momentum come in fast and hitting 80s and 60s and 40s with energy. And then now we're getting this number. Like, why are we even trading up at that 14? That looks trappish. So 23 will give you a captain setup. So that means the market is gonna most likely go in the direction of the second captain, which is 21 and higher. Yeah, we ended up making a little bit, not much. Yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I mean, to me, it needed to move and move fast, or I'm out of there. Like right now, we got double captain setup on the 70 NT Rinko. That's crazy. Like it needs to hold here. The 30,000 needs to hold. So for the longs, you got to go back up to 27 and a half. For the shorts, you need to break 92. Okay. Shorts are trying. I mean, we're playing around that whole number, but the target really for this swing trade is 987. Our target is Globex. So you're between 30,000 and Globex. So the longs can get active here trying to protect that range. Excellent, Adam. Excellent. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, that's what they wanted to do here. That was a switch trade on the 70 NT Rinko. So you got the captain setup, the second captain setup, which typically will resolve itself higher. That failed into another switch trade, and that whole structure is just selling off into Globex, and we hit Globex to the tick. Hmm. mean, we're going into a weird phase here. I mean, this, captain set up short, another captain long that failed into a switch trade, potentially another switch trade. That'll push us to the 940s if we continue this behavior. But that is just not a smooth, like, look at the difference between this price structure versus the one before it and the one before it. So, like, see, like, there's no reversals. It's just a deep pullback and then continuation. Deep pullback, continuation. That's a smooth price action. Then you get to this. And this is a little bit clunky. I mean, here we go. That's another switch trade. So we're thinking in terms of a continuation to 940. The market is in sync on the long side. I mean, on the short side. But we're trading right at Globex. Globex is support right now. So we may get a little bit of a push. And as long as that push does not close above 88, and they seem to be coming a little bit hot and heavy, as long as 88 holds, then we have a shot at a continuation. If they close above 88, that's literally a captain setup long. And then they can push back to 30,000 and retest. Not a very smooth price action. All right, here comes the 40. Yeah, I stepped away for just a minute and just saw that captain setup, 6 pound captain setup with a retest and a continuation to target number 5. We have target 887 coming up right now. The 80s, the 80s are support area, considering the fact that this is the mids of the the ORB range. So if you look here, you can see that the market just made this move and started bleeding into the mids of the ORB range. So right here at 80, just if you're short, you're trying to cover anyway into this move, not necessarily trying to establish a short right at that level. Okay, so the market is out of sync here, and we're getting, if you look at location, we're in the midst of the opening range, which is an area where the longs can step back in and retest glowbacks at 62. So we're getting a two-sided market right here. And if we look at the opening range, look what we've done. We came in literally to the mids of the opening range, hit the bottom end of it, and now we're trading above it. So now that is going to lead us to a bit of a counter trend and a rebalance in this zone, that whole zone between 900 to 950. The market's going to chop up and try to base. We're 1 minute from the top of the hours. We had 2 trades, both were profitable. This rotation, the small profit, and the first trade that we took was long. We 1, 2, sold, added and added, sold, sold. Hold on 1 second. Then we had 1 contract left. We made 750 on this one, and about 150 on the other one. So that's it for me. It's 11 o'clock. Good day coming back. How did everybody do overall? Adam, I know Adam did very well. Becca and Marty, I'm sure you're back in the green by now. Jack, Sheila, how's Sheila doing? Let's take a look at ES. Yeah, that's the 36s that we talked about, we don't want to see, and boom, market just sold off of that. All right, guys. I mean, that's it for me for today, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. We'll do this again. Good work. Oh, you're up between 100 to 400. Okay, excellent, excellent. David is up. Okay, good job, David. All right, guys. Have a good one.